Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about 12th standard computer science. Chapter 9 list, tuples, sets and dictionaries. Last video class we already discussed in this lesson. We completed two topics. That is introduction to list, how to create a list and how to access the list elements. Okay. So in this video class we are going to discuss about why we are using the list length function and how we can access all the list element by using for loop and how we can change the elements present in the list. Okay, so in this video class we are going to discuss about these three topics. So now we see about list length function. Length function we already discussed in 8th chapter. That is, length function is used to find number of element present in the list. Okay, so now you can see the syntax of this length function. Len empty parenthesis. From this empty parenthesis you have to specify the list name, and then it returns, this function returns the number of element present in the list. Now you can see the definition about this length function. The length function in Python is used to find the length of a list. So what is meant by length? The number of element in a list. The number of elements in a list is known as the length of a list. We use loop to read all the elements of a list. So how we can read all the elements present in a list? By using the loop statements. We already know what different kinds of loops used in Python. How many different kinds of loop used in Python? Two different kinds of loops. Yes, for loop and while loop. Okay, so this loops we can use to access all the elements present in a list. If a list contains another list, we already know at the time of creating the list. So how you can create a list? A list can be created by using the square brackets. The list element can also have the sub list. Yes, so that inner list is considered as a single element. Okay, so if a list contain another list as an element, then length returns that inner list as a single element. That inner list is considered as a single element. Okay, now you can see the example here. My subject is a variable name, that is list name. My subject equal to within square bracket. Why we are using the square brackets? Because the list can be created by using the square brackets. Okay, here Tamil, English, computer science, maths, these are the elements present in the list. How many elements is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally how many elements are present in this list? My subject, 4 elements are present. Okay, now you can find the length of this list. So len, L-E-N, len is the function name, and then within parenthesis you have to specify the list name. What is the list name here? My list. So len of my subject. Okay, my subject. So it returns the length of the list. So what is the length here? 4 elements is present in this list. So it returns the length of the list is 4. Okay, now you can see one more example. And that example we add a sub list. How the sub list can be taken, that is inner list. Here in the definition it's given, inner list is considered as a single element. Okay, now you can see the example for that. So now you see I will create a list, my list equal, and then within square brackets I have to give the list elements. Okay, I have to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So within this I have to create one more sub list, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I just to close this one and then close the main list also. Okay, now I want to find the length of this list. For finding length, what is the function name? We have to use len, L-E-N, and then length function name within parenthesis I have to specify the list name. Here my list name is my list. Okay, so Now you can see the output. What is the output of this one? We get the output as 5. How you can get the output as 5? Because your inner list is considered as a single element. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 element in your outer list, and then inner list. We are having 3 elements, but inner list totally considered as a single element. That's why it shows the output as 6. Now is it clear? So length function consider inner list as a single element. Now is it clear? Okay, now we move for the next one. So now you can see the example to display all the elements present in a list. We already know which function is used for getting all the elements in the list. We use loop statement. Okay, so which statement is used for getting all the elements in the list? Loop statements. Okay, for that we are using loop here. Which loop we can use it here? While loop. So what are the different kinds of loops used in Python? There are two kinds of loop, for and while. In this example we are using while loop. Okay, so see this first statement, my subject equal to Tamil, English, computer science, maths. Why we are using double quotes and a comma here? Double quotes are used to specify the string element. Okay, so double quotes are used to specify the string element, and then comma is used for separate the elements. Okay, comma is a separator. So comma is, if you are in the list we are having more than one element, then comma is used to separate the element, and then square bracket is used to create a list. So my subject is the list name equal, and then we are giving list elements in this list. Okay, and then I is a variable name, I equal to 0. We take the index value, first index value is 0. No, we just give one variable I, and then we give the initial value of this variable as 0, and then while I less than length of my subject. We already know what is the output of this length function. Yes, now you can say what is the output of this length of my subject. How many elements are present in this my subject list? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the output of this length function, it returns 4. And then what is the value for I? 0. So 0 less than 4. Whether the condition is true or false? The condition is true. 0 less than 4. The condition is true. If the condition is true, means the while block can be executed. So print my subject of I. Now it print the first element present in the list. So what is the value for I now? 0. So my subject of 0. What is the index value for Tamil? The index value for Tamil is 0. So we get the first element as output, that is Tamil will be printed. Okay, and then next it goes to the next line. Here we increment the value of I by 1. So I equal to I plus 1. Now what is the value for I? 0 plus 1. Now the value of I is 1. Okay, again it goes to the loop. Okay, again where the control can transfer, the control transfer to this loop. Again it check the condition. What is the value for I? 1. So 1 less than, what is the value for len of my subject? 4. So 1 less than 4. When this condition is true or false? This condition is true. So the loop statements can be executed. Okay. So what is the next statement can be executed? Print statement. Print my subject of I. What is the index value for I now? The value of I is 1. So it print the next element. What is the next element? English. English will be printed. Okay. Again it goes to the next statement and increment the value of I by 2. Now what is the value for I? Already the value of I is 1. So 1 plus 1, now the I value is 2. So 2 less than 4. Again it checks the value 2 less than 4, whether it is true or false. So 2 less than 4, again condition is true. Then it goes to the next statement. That is print my subject of I. So it print the value of 2. So what is that second element present in this list? Computer science. That will be printed. Okay, so the same way it can be repeated. Again the value of I is incremented by 1. That is now the value of I is 3. So again it check the condition 3 less than 4. The condition is true. So when the condition is true means the loop statements can be executed. That is print my subject of 3. Okay, so 3 means what is the value can be printed? Max. The index value of max is 3, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. So the max can be printed. Again value of 5 incremented by 1. Now the value of 5 is 4. 4 less than 4. The condition is false. So once the condition is false, the loop exit, okay. So it comes out of the loop and print the output. It shows the output like this: Tamil, English, Computer Science, Maths. Now you can see, you can read all the element present in this list. Yes. So you can able to display all the elements present in the list by using loop, okay. Is it clear how you can access all the elements present in the list by using the loop? We just increment the index value for each iteration and we can display the elements by using the print function. Okay, is it clear? Okay, now you can see the next one. So in the previous example also, we access all the elements present in a list by using while loop. Okay, now we are seeing the topic accessing elements using for loop. How we can use a for loop to access all the elements present in a list. Okay, the for loop is used to access all the elements in a list one by one. So the syntax for this: for index var in list. Here we already know the syntax of for loop is for counter variable in sequence. Here sequence, you have to take the elements from the list. So here write the syntax for loop is for index variable in list colon print index variable. Here index variable represent the index value of each element in the list. Okay, so each element in the list. Now you can see the example for this one. Here marks. Mark is a list variable name is equal to, here within square brackets, 23, 45, 67, 78, 98. So these are the different types of element entered in this list. Okay, how many elements present in this list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So totally 5 elements in this list. Now you have to access this elements one by one, okay, by using the for loop. For x in marks, here x is a index variable. It takes one by one elements present in this marks. Okay, so x in marks, print of x. We know what is the purpose we are using the print function. Print function is used to display all the content. Okay, display the content in the monitor. So print of x, it just print the first element. What is the value? What is the first element present in this list? 23. 23 will be printed. Again the loop can be repeated and take the second element, third element. Like that this process can be repeated. We know loop statement is used for repeating the set of statements again and again until the number of times, until certain number of times, or until the condition is satisfied. Okay, so print of x, it print the elements one by one: 23, 45, 67, 78, 98. So at last there is no element, so the loop comes to the end. We can able to get all the elements present in this list by using for loop. So previous example we discussed how to access the elements by using the while loop. In this example we discuss how to access the elements by using the for loop. Okay, we can access all the elements in the initial stage. In the definition, what is it given? By using loop you can read all the elements of your list. Okay, so you can see the example of both while loop as well as for loop for accessing all the elements present in your list. So now you can see how to change the element present in the list. So list is known as a mutable element. String is known as a immutable element. So what is the meaning of mutable and immutable? Mutable means we can able to change the element present in this list. Immutable means we can't able to change the element. Okay, so string is a data type. It is not able to change the element. That is, string is the example of immutable element. List is the example of mutable element. Okay, so the list are mutable, which means they can be changed. A list element or range of elements, we can able to change a single element or we can able to change the more than one element, range of element. Range means we are having more than one element. Okay, we can able to change either the single element present in the list, or we can able to change the set of elements present in the list by using the assignment operator. So which operator is used to changing the list elements? Assignment operator, that is equal symbol, is used to change the list of elements present in the list. Now you can see the syntax of this one. Okay, so list variable within square bracket, you have to specify the index of an element is equal to value to be changed. So which value you want to change, you have to specify the index value for that particular element, and then you have to specify the value which one you want to change it. Okay, and then if you want to change the range of values, then you have to specify the starting index value and then end index value. Okay, so index from, this is the starting index value, index to, this is the upper limit of the index value. So from what to, from which number, which index to which index you want to change it. You have to specify start and end index value of the list, which one you want to change it. Okay, and then equal to, you specify the values to change it. Okay, now you can see the example for this one. So now you can see the example for how to change the element present in the list. Here list name is my list is equal to 1 3 5 7 9. The list elements are 1 3 5 7 9. So I just print the list element before updating. Okay, so list odd numbers. What are the odd numbers is there? So now you see the example how to change the element present in the list. Okay, so here the list name is my list. The list elements are 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. Okay, so first I can print the elements before updating, before changing the elements. Okay, so now you can see in this, I just print the element by using the for loop. For x in my list, print x. Now we are going to change the element, that is index 2. In index 2, what is the element is present? 0, 1, 2. In index 2, 5 is present already. Okay. Now I want to change this element. Instead of 5, I want to change this one as 6. Okay. So I will specify the list name. My list within square bracket, I have to specify the index value. The index value is 2 is equal to 6. Now I can assign the value 6 to this index. Okay, so now I print the list element after the updation, after the modification. So here also we are using the for loop. For y in my list, print of y. Now you can get the list that is changed. That second element alone will be changed. Now you can see the output. The first list 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. The list elements are 2, 4, 5, 8, 10. In the updation, after the updation, which element will be changed? The second position element. Instead of 5, what will be the output can be displayed is 6. So this way you can able to modify the element present in the list. That's all about the in this video class. Thank you. Next section we discuss about the next topic. Thank you, students.